And we should be live. Welcome in, my fellow food for crows. What may be the end of a long journey here. We suffered quite a defeat last time. We lost a couple key brothers. We've got some people who are just absolutely beaten real bad. Beaten real bad. We lost Slice, one of our original members. Abby being, I believe, the last man standing. And Eric, I do see in chat, Eric, the second to last, 98 days, 69 battles. Nice. We're going to try to do a recoup. I was looking around, seeing what we got. We can sell off a little bit of this gear a little aggressively, make a tiny bit more money, but it's not great. It's not great. 1,800. There are orcs just absolutely swarming up here. So we are actually going to retreat away from this and see if we can go do a little bit of recruiting is the plan. Hey, William, welcome in, man. Oh, and Eric, I didn't even read your comment yet, and you're right. I did not add my @everyone. Oh my goodness. I normally don't do mentions on Discord, so that is not part of my muscle memory there. Thank you for the heads up on that. Just get that done quick. Live now. There we go. Thank you, sir. There we go. So anyone who doesn't know, if you'd like to join the Discord, it is on the channel information page, and you can join on in. Everyone is welcome to do so. At the moment, if you'd like to chat, you actually do need to be a YouTube channel member. I just don't have the ability to moderate a large number of people at the moment. But you're welcome to join in. I'm mostly using it as a notification machine, but you're welcome to read whatever we got in there. Some people chit-chatting a little bit, few memes and whatnot. So, hoping to expand that out here in the next couple months, probably, and we will open the floodgates on that a little bit. Now, let me get back into the game without actually clicking and unpausing. Losing Slice hurts, but I think, yeah, I mean, Slice was pretty decent, but man, that brain injury was starting to really hurt. Not being able to get XP at the normal rate as everyone else. In fact, I think, Diane, I think you actually died too in that fight. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure you just died. Yeah, if we go up to our obituaries here. Yep, we lost Slice, we lost Daigian. Look at this, 32 kills, and he had only been around for 74 days. Slice here from the beginning, 73 kills. That was pretty darn bad. Sir Magnus also died in that fight. That was pain. That was pain. And we did manage to find a new bannerman, which was last stream's long quest. However, he's got some leveling to do. He's got a lot of leveling to do. Okay, let's see if we can even wiggle our way out of here. This might be a really short stream. Hey, Kermode, how's it going? And bruh, Slice with 69 battles. You know, find your happy place. Find what makes you happy and let it kill you. Dang it, that's what I was worried was going to happen. Mini wolf riders, and we can't run from here. I'm incredibly concerned about that. And they're going to be too fast for us to just straight run away. I think this is the group that we need to kill for our quest. So on the bright side, we have that. On the downside, we only outnumber them by 1. I got to remind myself here a little bit. Do we have anyone in a really bad way? No. Okay. Everyone who's here is at least okay. This is going to be pain. Yep, pick your shots. All right, a hit at least. It's a little loud. Okay, Simon is our assassin in training. I don't really want him running out or anything at the moment. We have 2 ranged characters, so I would like them up here and the banner. I think we're just going to have Simon go to the side. We're going to rotate pretty heavily here. Yeah, just do it. Get in position now. You better wait. You can take that spot. I really don't want them to get up here, so just rotate down a little bit. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, this is going to be painful, is all I have to say about this. Yeah, walk for them. I don't suppose we could make it there, maybe. I don't want them to be able to circle around behind me if I can help it. You're done. Sure, that's fine, I suppose. So much XP wasted on Slice, he was really starting to hit a wall. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'd call it wasted, but it definitely was not the most productive. That the Discord invitation. Rephrase that for me, bruh. I don't understand. We'll have Simon guard the rear. I'm willing just to stand here and take pot shots until we run out of ammo, if they're willing to just circle me. So yeah, I'm happy to do that. We'll just do the best we can to protect our ranged people. I think I stopped everyone from going this way, but just in case, let's do that. You can wait. Wait. Pull back here. I am so glad that these little goinkers don't have short bows or something they can fire at me. Yeah, we're just done. Yeah, we'll have to do a reevaluation and see what's in our backline. Some of them, we had people in the backline that we were kind of babying and trying to get them to level up, but I don't know who's still alive or not, so I have to double check in on that. Well, there's only 8? Yeah. I think we can do this. I'm not too worried about these guys, although we have lost some really key members lately. Oh, that would have been really nice if you had finished. Oh, wait. We killed the dog, so we got the action point. Dang it. And still missed. We can handle wolf riders. We need to pick them off one by one, make sure we don't get squishy. Yeah, that's the plan. Hey, Chazzy. Hey, Babel, keep it up. We all hate these painful fights, but what can you do? Rip and great sword. Fair enough. In, well, vaguely spoilers. In Order of the Golden Griffin, I actually got a great axe. I think that's what it's called. And holy moly, that would have been so helpful in the last fight we had here. I'm pretty sure we could have one-shot that armor that those guys had, and that would have made all the difference in the world. Okay, so here, I do have a chance for an AoE, and I think I'm going to take it. Okay, one good hit at least. All right, can you finish him off? Thank you. I'm happy enough to engage here. Not that I have a choice. Simon... I think we're going to leave Simon still as kind of a floater. So... you just wait. Just wait for now. We're not in a hurry. And I don't want anyone to be able to swing around and surround. Okay, if you go here... it's so dangerous to be out on your own. Kind of want to go here just to cover space. I think we're going to have to do it. Tut, I'm sorry. I think we're just going to have to do it. And we're going to have Broad hop down, take a swing. Eric... I mean, we could walk right here and base 2 of them. Man. 1, 2, yeah, you would actually be who I'd want to do that. Yeah, Eric, you're actually going to come up here and give a little bonk. And then I'm going to have you run in, William, and do some basing. Okay, Simon... again, I'm just really not ready to commit you. Let's go there. And then here, do we take the danger spot? That is such a dangerous spot. I couldn't get there and shield wall either. We could go here and spear wall. Maybe we get lucky and one of them's dumb enough to walk into it. Yeah, that's exactly what... Yep, that's exactly what I'm worried about them doing. Ooh. Okay. That was not good. Right. YouTube. Yeah, I don't believe YouTube's going to let you post any links. Thank you for the attempt, though. Happy channel anniversary, a day late for me. Well, it depends on how you want to count the channel anniversary. I think you're off a little bit there. I count it technically it was in November, but the monetization day was February 13th. So release the hounds, yeah, for sure. Can I shoot, move, and release a hound? I think the answer is, well, yes, actually. Let's release the hound first, so I don't screw this up. Yeah, we'd still have movement left. We'll move here and shoot him. Release the digs! Yeah, let's release here too first. Unfortunate. Come on, good boys, just buy me a little time. Buy me a little time. All right, let's actually move here. This is a little bit safer than his other option. Okay, that was all right. I'm not going to be able to AoE this time. I would rather kill you. Good. And then we just got the action back. Okay, Sherlock, he is not ready to die yet. Puppers protect. Broad just doesn't have the stats yet, he's just too low level. Okay, great job. And then you can rotate there. Alright, shield wall and base. Guys, that is unfortunate that we lost. Man. Unfortunately, we lost William like that. Just going dead. Careful the gobble damage. Yeah, this was not a fight we really wanted to take. We're coming off of a very bad battle. This is us getting caught. What's funny is at the beginning of the invasion, we actually had a really good goblin encounter. I think we're going to have to give up the high ground here. We can use that to sidestep and reload at least. Okay, Abby. It'd be so cool if you killed this guy. Darn it. $69, $53. Okay, we're gonna take the easier hit. I don't suppose. Oh, of course, we couldn't get the high ground. And we have you here. Let's just base you. Okay, Tut. I think you're gonna have to save up here. Give him a little bonky bonk. Nice. Alright, here. We're gonna have to move 2, which means we don't get an attack. That guy's actually the most worrisome to me at the moment, so let's just reposition. Okay, here. 61. No, just defend yourself again. Rip Pupper. That's what I'm saying, man. We've never let people that have killed our dogs run away. Hopefully we won't be starting here, but we shall see. Okay, Simon. Stabby time. That was not the best, Simon. We did stack up a bunch of Overwhelm, though, so kind of killed his attack. Alright, here. Good hit. Abby. Good, and we regen the points. We are out of arrows. We need to get Abby quick hands. We're actually at the point where he's able to go through entire quivers. A Wraith has not a clean shot. All right, if we have to move, let's move to a good spot. Unfortunate. All right. Also, a little unfortunate that we finished this guy off. Run up here. And Tut's gonna run down here. All right. It does look like we're gonna survive. Very unfortunately, we lost William. That was quite the quick death there. They have just so much damage output. Man, cheeky. Wow. Okay. Another pretty bad one. I think it's time that we do a little toot toot here because we're getting a little wavery. Okay, Wraith, reload. Abby does not have any clean shots. Step up. Man. Okay. Good job, Snack. Sherlock. Got it. Whatever gets you there the fastest. Stun and just a hit. Man, we are just getting absolutely massacred here. Looks like you have too many brothers. Yeah, that's definitely the problem that's going on. Sure. You should not have died that fast, is all I'm saying. Man, I still feel like this is loud for me tonight. Right. Okay, we can step back. And then we're too tired to reload. Right. Alright, Abby, massacre him. Good job. Sherlock. Stun. Nice. And we're pooped out. It's not like you should have blocked harder. Yeah, well, I guess on the bright side, we'll be able to complete this contract, which will give us some very needed money, because we are hiring. Openings now. Apply within. Or, hear me out, what if William and Tut came back from the grave? Now, again, this is just rebuilding us right back into the problem that we're having, though, with these people who are just absolutely beaten to bejeebus. Missing an eye. Actually, William, you know what? The lady's like a scar. Don't even worry about it, man. William's fine. Tut. Maybe a little less fine. Alright, give me all the things. Now, unfortunately... where's this? Okay, this is not turning up here. That's actually good. We got this way down here. That's fine. We need to go heal and whatnot. We are definitely not taking on 22 orc marauders, I'll tell you that. Alright, zip us out of here. How much is this paying? 1,600. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get the really sweet backgrounds, not with this amount of money. So we're going to be going back down a tier, I would say. Yar, matey. That's right. That's right. Every day is Talk Like a Pirate Day. If you're a pirate. You know what? Let's also have a drink. For those we lost. Hey, speaking of, what do we have around here? A squire. Who's dumb? Okay, let's dismiss. This is something people told me. If I try them out and I don't want to hire them, I should dismiss them because they'll hang around. Yeah, this was the same full of dumb people. Like, literally. Okay, we don't have the money for that. Deserters are Garbo. I would consider a farmhand. Let's try him out. +5 melee skill. And 2 stars in range. Nope, get out of here. All right, this place is garbage. How are the sell prices? They're okay. Get rid of that. I don't want to get rid of too much gear here because we're going to be having to re-gear some brothers, unfortunately. Tools are acceptable. Let's just nab those quick. And we're not going to have money for anything cute, so let's just roll. I guess we're heading this way. Most of the green skims seem to be up here, so once we're out of this spot, we should be relatively safe. Paint your shield blue. Did I still have the blue paint? I didn't. I don't remember if we did that for you on purpose or we just ended up with one, but yes, your shield is blue. Hey, Slice. How's it going? And Chazzy with the £5 super chat. For those we lost, a drink for those we've lost, and I'll grab a great sword or a halberd for those to come. Good luck to the party and all they face. Well, thank you very much, Chazzy. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we are... Yeah, see, like, I actually like apprentices, but I think we're past that point. That's just not gonna cut it. Like, a Beast Slayer might cut it. This is actually a bit of a bargain. I don't hate that. Let's do a tryout here. Unfortunately, I need some attackers. What do we... Hold on. What do we have in the back lane? Okay, so we have Alyssa, who is just healing. Alyssa is a long axe user. I think you're a long axe user. No, you're... Yeah, well, yes, you are. I made the mistake of thinking that these were pole arms, so we ended up being a little weird. Lessons learned. Okay, we have 2 range, our bannerman. You're a melee character that's being developed. And then our frontline tanky character that's kind of... He has double permanent injuries at this point. So Tut is... He's keeping somebody's boots warm. Let's just put it that way. William is actually fine. This actually doesn't matter at all to me. He just gets a cool eye patch. We can all just be jealous. Snack is okay. Snack is just okay. Eric is our best or second best alongside Sherlock. Yeah. Yeah. This is... In fact, you got to get back on the line, brother. We're down at least 2, and I would sure like to replace Tut. Okay, so you are a hunter. I would love a hunter, but I don't think this is a luxury pick right now. Lumberjack. 52. I think a lumberjack would be fine. I mean, maybe resolve might be a little low. 2 melee stars, 2 melee skill, some initiative, and iron lungs. I think so. Cha-ching. All right, get naked. Don't ask. It's just how we haze people. And you know what? In honor here, thank you very much for your support, Chazzy. We'll have Chazzy the Lumberjack. Is exactly how I imagine you when I think about you, Chazzy. Big bearded man with an axe. Okay, Chazzy has 106 fatigue too. Very nice. A little low starting attack though, so we're gonna start you off as a spear bro, and with a full mail shirt, and I think you just get a nasal helm. This is a little low, but that's not terrible. That's not terrible. Okay, that you're in. You're in. Cool. Okay. And nobody else here I particularly want. That was a great find. That was a great find. I would love it if I could stick him in the back row. I know somebody mentioned that earlier, but I don't have somebody else to go up. 2 range, a banner, kind of a light specialist character. In fact, I think your shield actually got destroyed. You should actually have a shield. in the orc fight. So it is what it is. Taxidermist. We have nothing to taxidermy. And markets. Not particularly impressive. Our food is fine. Yeah. Yep. Oh. Every time we stream this, I forget how bad this map is. Because between episodes, I tend to be recording Order of the Golden Griffin, where we actually have a map that is playable. My goodness, this is terrible. Try out every hunter. I can't afford them right now, Slice. We still need at least one more bro, and we don't have really much reserves, so... I would like to get another range character, but... is what it is. Is he a member of the Burger Band? Give Simon some nets. That is actually a pretty good plan. Yeah, you can have the real good net. These don't even have fatigue on them. We'll just do one though, in case he dies and drops it. Okay, day 100. We are in new territory for me, that's for sure. Okay, tavern, weaponsmith. Okay, we have no money for any of the cool stuff. How's the selling here? Still 16. How are the recruits? Brawler. I think Brawler would be fine. I really, like, this is what I want to be getting, like a disowned noble. I'm even gonna try you out. Short-sighted, I don't care. Hesitant, I don't love. Hit points, resolve, and fatigue. No, not for that amount. Just in case I'm desperate, I'm gonna leave him here. We could also try out a brawler. No. You are definitely a no. Alright, carry on. That lumberjack is a beast? Yes. He's actually a burger, but I understand what you're saying. What is our... okay, 203 crowns a day. I gotta be really careful of our finances here. 13 brigands. I don't know if we could do 13 brigands right now. Some brigand marksmen, mini raiders. I mean, Tut is essentially useless at the moment. I mean, he's kind of useless in general at this point. Ten bros, and we have poor William that is in a really bad way. Yeah, I don't think we can do this. I don't think we can do this. We're just gonna have to go around. They're probably gonna look to engage. Maybe not. Okay, we'll take the mountain pass instead of the road, apparently. That's unfortunate because I wouldn't have minded taking a fight like that. Okay. We need to get our money here, and we got to be real careful with what we're spending on. Wraithwalker comes to your tent and shows off a wound. He seems... he speaks excitedly. Is that a miracle or what? The injury is healed almost completely, but you tell the man he's made of hardier things and the gods had nothing to do with it. He nods. Yeah, I know, but it'd be nice if they were looking out for me too, just in case. Was his ear grow back? Wait, did his ear literally grow back? His ear grew back. Alright. I guess that's fine. That's just a little weird. Perfect. And these guys are good for selling. What do we got for a normal contract? We have a good contract for us at the moment. Pay me some more. I accept. Let me think about it. I am going to take it, but I just want to sit here until I can sell in the morning. Snack says I gotta go, but I'll be back in a bit. All right, Snack, have a good one. Day 100, every enemy gets buffed. Perfect. Is it every 20 days that there's a scaling? That seems to just kind of be my impression. In future games, I'd recommend you keep the company full rather than cherry picking. Of course, don't grab just awful bros, but it's nice to have some extra bodies that are lowish skill than not enough. Yeah, this has been quite a struggle game, I will say. Ignore the invasion for a while. Yeah, we kind of got our butts handed to us for a minute. Okay, what can I get rid of? I may use that. I'm not going to sell that. Don't need that for sure. I don't think we would use those. Arming swords are fine. I don't think I need that many. I would use a pike if we can find a back row. Mace two-handers, fine. Yeah, I really don't have a lot of spare, but what we have is basically what we have. Okay, that being said... Okay, not picking up cripples. Okay, militiamen, that'd be fine. We have the money for it. Cocky determined with bad stars. Okay, no, not taking Robert. Okay, we have a caravan guy, another militiaman. An adventurous noble we definitely cannot afford at the moment. Okay, let's... 417... You are way cheaper. Let's try you out. I don't love superstitious. I don't love superstitious. What do you got? By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, we have the recruiter, so I hit half price on the tryouts. Okay, you're definitely a no. Caravan hand. Yeah, you'd be okay. Okay, here we go. Good hit points, some initiative, and some melee skill. Not the best, but that seems alright for our situation. I mean, we could try out this guy and see if we should just save. Temple? Yeah, we need to do some temple. Baller Lava says, slap a shield on a cripple and you might get a 2 or 3 attacks out of him. We're kind of past that point, though. All that's going to do is cause me to take a morale check. We're on day 100, so we're kind of past that level of people. Survival of the fittest. Well, that was definitely our early game. I don't know if you guys saw that obituary list earlier, but man, it is not short. I think we're in with Leaf. I think this is just okay for our current situation. He's nice and cheap, too. All right, Leaf. Get naked for us. Okay, low HP. Fatigue was pretty good. Resolve's going to need a little bit of patching. Mediocre melee skill, but I think that was high for his role, right? Yeah, that was close to maxed out. All right, put on some armor. What is my lowest fatigue? We'll put you in the safety helmet. And unfortunately, I actually don't have a spear for you. That is really unfortunate. I guess you get to have sword then. How come the new guy gets to use a sword? That's not fair. And we'll name this one Matthew. Whoop. Matthew Kustra. Matthew Kustra. Welcome in. I'm sure you will live long and healthy life. Spoilers, he probably is not going to live a long and healthy life. Move my line down a little bit. We are still in a bad way. Temple. All right, William, you get healed. Tut. I'm almost tempted to just cut Tut. Oh, and don't know it. How bad are you? He is really ripped up. Brain damage and a weakened heart. Do we have somebody here who I would just replace him with? I really don't like having that superstitious. I think that's just asking for trouble. I don't. So you get to stay for now. You get to stay for now, but just know you're on the list, man. You're on the list. And I am going to heal him because if he's here, I do want him to actually be able to fight. We're good on food, we're good on tools, we're good on ammo. Let's have a drink. Excellent, nobody got wasted. Let's accept that. Alright, right now, does anyone HP-wise down? Just a smidgen, okay. Oh, we're following footprints. Got it. That's not the shepherd? I want actual hunters, I think, if we're gonna get archers, but archers to me feel like luxury picks, because archers feel like garbage until they have like, I don't know, 70 ranged attack or something stupid. And we just don't have time for that. I need people who can swing a weapon right now. I've died already, Babel. I'll die again. That's the spirit, Matthew. That's the spirit. I mentioned this a couple streams ago, but where I work, we're having horrendous budget problems for several years. And so the other night I got to find out if I'm likely to have my department's contract renewed or not, which we were not on the chopping block, so yay, I suppose. But somebody asked me how it went, and I was like, well, you don't die today, you die every day. Anyone know where that quote's from? But anyways, that's kind of my feelings on that. You don't die today, you die every day. Budget mismanagement. It's a combination of that and just shortfalls. It is not good economic times, to say the least. Brigands, just as your employer had thought, they look scared. Presumably understanding that Alfred the Treasurer's well-paid wrath is about to descend upon them. Engage. It's too bad they don't start wavering. Okay, this looks like this should be a snack for us. I hope it turns out to be thus. You are easier to hit. That's unfortunate. Also, apparently we were able to debuff 2 people there. That was a little weird. So it missed him, and then it went into his square, and then debuffed him too, because it missed him. I don't have a good explanation for why it just did that. Alright, you can chill. That is true, we are feeding him. Focus on getting the newbie some kills. That would be great. But then again, I also need to just be really careful. Really, really careful. You know what? I will take the high ground, though. Okay, Chazzy could move up and do some damage. I gotta be a little bit careful here. This rock is kind of in the way. I don't feel like this red was a great choice. I kind of wish it had a little bit darker outline, maybe in like gray or something when you turn that on. I don't know about you guys, but that doesn't make a huge difference. I'm thinking we're gonna go here. I'm gonna have Eric come up and support him, and then I think Eric can just stun people and we'll try to feed Chazzy the kills. That's the plan, at least. Okay, Matthew also. We gotta be a little more careful with Matthew. Alright. I say that and then I do something really ballsy. Alright, move up here. Stun. Alright, I'm gonna base this guy before he gets a chance to throw that stupid throwing spear or whatever that thing's called. And then you can go in there, and then Tut. Tut, you just... I don't know, man. Try not to die. Yeah. Cover for Simon. Okay, not bad. Okay, interesting choice there. We can still lob some shots. Nice. Okay. And... no. think we're going to reposition way down here. I think this is going to be fine. And then... I think we're going to give you the high ground here momentarily. If Chazzy doesn't kill them, Sherlock can have the kills. Hey, Epic, how's it going, man? How are we doing? It's bloody work. It's bloody work. Kill for Chazzy. Okay, Simon is looking to get in here, and we're gonna try to stab maybe some of these guys down for Selly stuff, but not yet. Okay, Matthew, you can have a kill too, if you don't mind. Oh, unfortunate. Here... I think we're just gonna hit. That's unfortunate. Go for the head. Beautiful. Go again. Nice. I don't love that. And over here, go for the stun. Beautiful. And then start moving up there. And here, you're just going to defend yourself, Tut. Okay, Simon, go for it. Yeah. We're going to try to get down here and we'll break the shield. And Abby... Actually, we have things we can hit. Okay, that did not come to pass. We'll go for this one. We'll be them if you live long enough that Sherlock gets over to you. Alright, give me... shield break. And then head for the next shield. We can use this to help feed some of our other people some XP. Alright, Wraith, you're another person that still needs XP. Nice. Broad is also a new guy that needs XP. Okay, Simon. Right, we're probably gonna miss these, but we'll give it a try anyways. Yeah, I'm liking how Simon's build's coming together. We have Overwhelm, so as long as we try to get on somebody who is slower than us, we can just debuff the crap out of him. Once he loses that shield, we should be able to stab him up real good. Okay, I'm gonna move here and then wait. Let's try to give Matthew some XP. Okay, got another hit at least. And then William. I think we're gonna send William after that archer. And Snack, you can have the high ground. Tut, come on in, give him a little bonk. And Tut, you can just chill. It always I always get indignant when they try to run away. I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? Alright, we're gonna move. I don't have enough to release the hound. Alright, run as far as you can. I don't want to lose sight of that archer. Abby. We're just gonna get in the hound releasing area. Okay, do we give Sherlock this? I think we do. Okay, good hit, Sherlock. Alright, everyone here has had their chance to poke the bandit. Whiffed. Move up. Break the shield. You cheeky little boy. Alright, Simon. Nice. Beautiful. We are going to make an absolute monster out of Simon if he doesn't get got. All I can think about when I'm chasing these guys down is that meme where the guy's like, "Where are you going? Where are you going?" As we're like running after them. Okay. Got that guy. Let's go here. I don't think we're going to take a swing. He's still stunned. Nope. You don't need the XP. I think you get stabby stabbed, friend. I don't know what else to tell you here. Take a pot shot. Yeah, knives come out. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. We're not doing that. You come right back here. Keep him in sight, Chaz. Right, you're going to come up here to break that shield. Man, I just could not catch him with William. Oh, there it is. Okay, you don't have a dog. You don't have a dog. You have dog. Run to here. But then we're too tired to release the dog. Right. Gotcha. Oh, no, no. We're running them down. Abby. Apparently, Abby. Oh, Abby's dog got killed by the goblins. How dare you? Release the hound. There we go. Because I didn't think that through, Abby. There you go. Okay, well, no more stabbing. We'll have Matthew run up there. Chazzy might be able to get a hit in. William, I really just want you to pin this guy. Try to give our new people some XP like we were saying. Okay, you stab. There you go. Unfortunate. There it is. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Do we take any damage? Just a smidgen on Chazzy. And, a couple things. Not bad. Nice, easy, easy mission. That's what we need right now. And no level ups, unfortunately. Stop calling me Tut. Oh, no. The power of overwhelm when fighting close line people. If you miss the front and hit the back, you may overwhelm both. Yeah, I didn't even think that was possible. So, yeah, I guess it rolls a miss on the front guy and then rolls a miss on the second, or miss or hit on the second guy. A nice easy one there. What are you? Simon Assassin comes along with a small boy racing at his side. These of them, lindworms are ravaging the countryside. No. No. Have you ever broken a siege before? Sorry, not right now. The answer is no, and I'd love to, but I can't at the moment. What are we gonna do? I think we're gonna head for the loop. And to get to the loop, we have to go through the desert, so let's do the gauntlet. I missed what that was. Undead 10. Geists. And we have new people with us, including somebody who doesn't have resolve. Can I get a dog from a frontliner? I don't think we have a frontliner with a dog. I don't think we do. Nope. Nope. I guess we could move dogs around, though. You would be the one I wouldn't want to have a dog. We just got done buying dogs, too, and we lost several of them in the last 2 greenskin fights. Lindworms, nope, 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 yeah. Even Babel, who wants to fight everything, is not gonna do lindworms. Six nomads. I think we take a nomad fight. especially one that we outnumber that much. Let's see how ridiculous they are after the day 100 buff. What? And we get the high ground? Is that legal? Yeah, is that even legal? What is going on? Wrath, take the high ground. Nice. Just wait. Ballsy is all I have to say about that. Normally I would give it to Chazzy, but I'm gonna have Sherlock at least take a swing. Man, Sherlock, do you have head taker or something? What is going on? Why do you take so many heads? You're just loyal. I should have known. Yeah, move over. I think we are going to move up aggressively here. I'm not particularly worried. He says, and then probably gets got. All right. He's all ours, boys. He's all ours. I look forward to smashing those shields. Yeah, debuff both of them that way. Reload. Unfortunate. Interesting, they had very different strategies there. I think Simon. Nah, let's just get in where we can do some stabbing. Alright. Alright, Chazzy, why don't we... No, we're not gonna get to break the shield first. Might as well go for the stabs. Same with Matthew, go for the stabs. And the beheading, apparently. Alright, well, Operation Bait went very well. Oh. Careful there, Abby. Okay, there you go. Yeah, just careful where you're throwing those things. Guys, literally nothing I want but XP. You look into their eyes, instead of like gold coins or something, all you see is the XP symbol. Alright, just take the kill here. Not you, Tut. Not you. Anyone else can have the XP, but not Tut. There we go. Can't deal with Lindlords. I need to go dunk on these chumps in the desert. That's right. That was exactly what we need. You know, I mean, some food, some random stuff I can sell. Good times. Anyone level? Yes. Matthew got his first level? Okay, so melee attack, obviously. Melee defense, obviously. I need to patch up his resolve, but I'm only going to take max rolls. I'm not desperate for that. We did get a max roll on HP. I guess the question is, are we taking Colossus? And I think the answer is yes, because we need 24 HP-ish. Now we need a lot less. We will take the max roll on that. Oh, and then that. Okay, one more max roll and then we'll be okay. I don't know. Some people said that maybe Colossus is overvalued, but I feel like if you don't have 80 HP, you're just asking to get like one shot by a crossbow or something stupid. 11 undead. I'm not really feeling the undead, frankly. Fortify Mind to patch resolve saves 2 rolls. That may be worthwhile. Okay, anybody we need to heal? Nope. Armor, alchemist. Taxidermy, we shouldn't have any. Mirage sightings. Okay, marketplace. Let's get in here. Plenty of food left. Don't need that, don't need that. Not using those, or those. That. Or those, or that. Nice prices here too. I could use one set of tools, but we're okay. Prices are not particularly great. We got plenty of food. A 2-star? Ifrits. We did fight against the Ifrits last time, but that was a bit of a fluke. I don't think we want to do Ifrits right now. No, no thank you. No thank you. Ooh, Amira! HP, melee skill, and melee defense. You're in. And just peek. Okay, you're not in. You. Take it all off. 55 attack, that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna leave. You know what? No, Tut, you can stay in reserve. Let's get this new guy in here. And actually, Tut, give me your spear. I feel a little better about that. Amira on the wall. And we'll have who's somebody who hasn't had anything lately. Baller larva. Baller larva. All right, you're in. Those are actually not terrible caravan hands, all things considered. Yeah, all things considered, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's do a quick dagger check here. I do need a couple more daggers. Abby, I think I had to steal your dagger at some point. I should probably get that back. I don't remember the exact circumstances. Okay, you can attack next to you, so we'll take this for now. So at least my melee people will have daggers. We have trade good. We do, and they're not well priced. All right. On the road. Is Tut consent in being reserved? No, not really, but he better be happy enough. In fact, actually, hang on. Just in case you suddenly leave me. Oh, and hey, there's a dagger. Just in case he suddenly leaves. For now, he can just stay in rotation. How much am I paying you? 8 daily. I'll eat 8 gold a day for a reserve. A few nomad archers, many nomad outlaws. I feel okay taking that fight. Let's just do it not in the high grounds. Wolf says, in my last game I had a Phoenix Pretender, and in order to not screw myself now, I decided to go for a statue. Losing a Dione feels like losing a prophet. Yes, it does. Did they have gear on? Alright, Abby, have a good one, man. The next skill is Relentless, or the one that removes fatigue. People remind me when I ask. Hey, Tut. See, you put Tut in reserve, and instantly here he is. Just black steel helmets. Oh, that's good at least. They don't really need much more in the early game. Alright, we got some punks with two-handers. Yeah, that's for wielding a two-hander. You should have thought about that. Ow! Knock that off. Okay, I mean, sure. You want to come up here and get shot? Be my guest. I love that these non-shielded guys are coming out front. I absolutely love that. I really dislike where he's at. All right, Alicia. Unfortunate. Yep. And yep. Oh! Sherlock! What was that? That was your moment! That was your moment! Alright. You're in here. Okay, so you're actually going to probably run off that way. And Simon's going to come into here. Okay, so wait. Okay, hit. Tut, come in here and stun. That was not what we needed there, Tut. That was not what we needed there. That wasn't it either, champ. Again, that's so. We all have a little Tut inside of us. That's what I like to think. Yeah, poor Eric. Eric the Short King, not Tut. Move here. It's fine. Wrath. I really would appreciate it, Wrath, if you could finish off that two-hander before he gets a turn. Thank you. Thank you, Wrath. He knows that his days of being able to mess up and be covered by the other boys is coming to an end here. He's got to carry his own weight. Like Sherlock. Sherlock carries his own weight. The weight of multiple men on his shoulder. Kind of like those heads I'm going to take here momentarily. Right, you better shield up. And you know what? Let's just drop a dog here. Perfect. All right, Matthew, we're just feeding you free XP here. Eric, not Tut, is going to have to go over here. Kind of a dangerous spot. I'm sorry. What is your problem? Oh, that's weird. They disarmed him, but I still have the icon of having the shield on. I guess that's fine. Not much I can do about that. Feed that XP to somebody else. Put sand in the dog's eyes, you jerk. Wow, okay, thread that needle. Get him, Eric. Ooh. This went all right. This would have gone very differently had Mr. Two-Handed Axe got his turn. Good hit. Good hit. Okay, okay. I'm glad we defended here. Abby is not like super hurting. I think Abby's just gonna have to reposition. Ditto here. Alright, do I want to start smashing my way through this shield? The answer is probably yes, because these metal shields are very annoying to deal with. I swear, if I was using that shield, I would get like one turn of shield wall and I would be pooped. Alright, time for the stabbing to begin. That was not it, champ. That was not it. Chazzy... I guess your shield wall? Kind of an awkward one. Okay, baller. Start stabbing. Stun. Nice. Stun. Nice. Hey, friendos. Fancy meeting you here. I usually avoid unless is Sarah for Buttles. Try that again, Tut. Unnecessarily though misspelled has a horrendous autocorrect on my tablet. Don't you love that? Don't you love that? Is the same company still? This is the same company? Are we going strong? No. We've had several key members die in the Greenskin invasion. Unfortunate. He's so close to death. Just kill him. I don't want to chance that. What's that? What was that? Boo. Boo. Just wait a second. Start wrapping around. I want to leave room for Sherlock to get in there. Yeah, come here. Oh, and then we're... Oh, no. That's the first time Sherlock's actually been pooped out. I think it's because doesn't the sand give extra fatigue for running across it? All right, and Eric is stepping up to stun, which I guess I didn't need to do because he was retreating. You can try to get some metal shields for the orc fights. I guess that's true. Those orcs did do a number on our shields. And that actually was relevant to how that fight turned out. Yeah, you're just done. Okay, here we go. Get some XP. And a little bit. And you can have XP too. Beautiful. And you are XP. Oh, I could have attacked a second time there. Maybe he was just being polite and saving some for Chazzy. Eric runs on in. Okay. This was alright. This was alright. What I would love to have actually is some kite shields. We're starting to get those a little. Or kite shields and heaters. Heaters probably actually would be better for those fights. There we go. Okay, that was a pretty good cleanup. Okay. These bows aren't bad. I should probably repair those. Let's do that right away before I forget. So I don't think those are worth repairing. That one probably is. We did get one of those metal shields. Are we too wounded for another fight? We could take another fight if we needed to. All right, and Chazzy gets his first level. No stars in HP and needs several HP level ups. And we want to be a little careful here. Chazzy has a lot of potential. I think Chazzy is a second two-hand user. He just doesn't know it yet. He just doesn't know it yet. Do we go greed and do we go student? The nomad bows have one less range. Okay, if I like the idea of crippling strikes, but most of the time our two-handers just straight up kill. Colossus feels like that would be a good investment for somebody who doesn't have stars in HP. Pathfinder I don't hate either. Adrenaline I don't hate, although he'll probably be fine because he's going to level initiative some. Recover could be relevant, but probably not in the early game. Student on keepers. All right, I will default to the knowledge of the elder. All right. Definitely taking attack. Definitely taking melee defense. Bad roll. Not a great roll. I think. I don't like a lot of these rolls, to be honest. We're going to go dodge on this character. Well, are we? Let's just take the fatigue. He needs a couple levels before he's going to look to switch anyways. So, somebody asked, is this guy content to be in reserve? Yes, he is, because he has a weak heart. Yeah, Tut unfortunately here with his brain damage scar and his weak heart, he's very happy to take his 8 gold per day and sit naked in the back. Someday he will have his moment, but today is not that day. All right, we're going to off-road just a little bit while we're heading over there. We have a cartographer or whatever it is, so we get paid for finding locations. Nada. All right, nada. Okay, a 1-star noble contract. Just peeking if there's anyone amazing. A witch hunter would be cool. An actual hunter, and actually a affordable hunter. With absolutely no stars in range. Alright, I'm gonna peek. What is it? Greenskins. A 1-star against greenskins. I'm gonna do that. I trust you'll pay amply for this. You look able, so I'm willing to pay quite a bit. You'll be paid $350 in advance and $1,400 when it's done. Pay me more? No way! I'm stingy. Alright, fine. I accept. And let's invest in a couple dogs for this fight. Just as we've learned, ablative armor here with our good boys. We'll give one to Sherlock. How's the sell price here, by the way? Not great. Okay. I'm not desperate. I don't need it this second. Paid permanent vacation. Well, he's on call. You know, he's on call. He's like a volunteer firefighter. He's a volunteer mercenary. He's on call. He gets paid for being on the clock. Eat the crow's back. That's right. You gotta eat that crow. Young orcs most likely, and possibly a berserk. We've got one more dog. Oh, whoops. You don't really see the body so much as parts. A litter of hints that one day at one time a collection of men and beasts were here, and in their savagery they displaced any notion that the warriors were ever whole. Eric Shadowblade, the Short King, tilts a boot up at the end of a stick, and a foot comes sliding out. He shakes his head. All right, we can start looking for tracks, but I'll be damn shocked if anyone survived this. Let's get moving. Time out. Somebody said I have another dog. Yes, I do. Who's gonna have time to release a dog? Maybe Matthew. I kind of like them on the edges. I guess Baller. All right, we're gonna trust you with Silver the War Dog, Baller. Baller and Silver. Comedy duo. I do regret that I've sold off some of these spears. I'm kind of thinking if it's young orcs, I would rather have a spear than a arming sword. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it. I may regret that. Hound the war dog. Dog the dog. Need to start another run of this after my Terra Invicta game? Oh my goodness, how many hours into your Terra Invicta run are you? Man, I've kind of been jonesing for a Terra Invicta run myself. It's just, when am I gonna have time? When am I gonna have time? Okay, it is some orcs. I think Matthew gets a spear rather than a sword. Because if we have him with a spear, that'll make it very... They're gonna charge right here. And then we can just corner him and beat him up and kill him. Then again, the sword is a lot better damage. 50 hours took all my weekend free time. Yeah, it sounds about right. So, what, you're in the early game still, right? After 50 hours? Alright, I'm gonna go with the sword. I may come to regret that. The other question is Snack. No, never mind. Snack is actually flail mastered. So I wouldn't want to change him out. Alright, not in the hills, please. Not in the hills. Not when there's skirmishers. Let's actually fall back for 1 second. This has goblin jerks. Let's put an antidote on our banner bearer. And I think Abby gets the second antidote. Or we give him the goblin poison. You know what? Abby, you get the goblin poison. Give to an adjacent ally. Okay, so that does allow me to do adjacent people. In that case, Wraith, would you also bring that? We do have our improved net on Simon, so we do have one available if there's like a nasty leader or something. Alright, let's do it. Gonna try TI again after my Age of Wonders. Again, there's another game. I really want to do another run of Age of Wonders, and I just need more time. Alright, is there a limit to these? The next 4 attacks. I think I'm just gonna straight use that. That's a very unfortunate. Orc Young. Oh, man. Reload. Wait. Another Orc Young. I kind of thinking I'm going to step up and swing. By not delaying, I don't take the initiative penalty. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think we just stepped backwards. Good run. Good warm-up. You're done. Done. Alright, you're not going to get another turn before they go again. I think we just hold the line here. Put your spear out, man. Spear's out. Alright, they are likely to charge right here, so I'm actually going to have our more vulnerable people. I'm gonna have them shield up, because I think that's where they're gonna go. And have you go forward one, and then spear. Got a nice rock here to hold the flank. Okay, they've got reach weapons, I'm pretty sure, so I need to remember that. Alright, what are you boyos gonna do? Wait, wait, wait. Alright, Abby. 66, 66, 31. Okay, got a nice poison in. Got a nice poison in, cool. Wraith. Unfortunate. Here it comes. Oh, okay. Oh, he switched to throwing weapons. Fight me, you cowards. Alright, that's actually okay. Do they get to do their charge attack if they're in melee? If I go base them on my turn? Right, that wasn't the worst. Let's actually wait here. I think I'm gonna try to break. Orcs in the fog. Ooh, spooky, spooky. There's huge parts of TI that a new player, you just ask Reddit the meta and do it until you know better. Oh, nice tut. I have a friend teaching me Hearts of Iron 4 right now. We spent 5 hours before my first war, which I promptly lost. Sounds about right. I'm just catching up on chat here. Okay. Was that no answering my question if they can do their charge attack in melee? I do think I want to collapse in on this guy. Let's just wait for now. Let's see what these other two do. Okay, they're all getting ranged weapons out, which makes me very nervous. No, yes. It's not helpful. It's not helpful. I'm kind of worried about putting Sherlock out here because they're going to have so many people. I think Chazzy has to be the spearman that we need. Okay. Okay, it's literally just double hits in a row. That was not what we needed. That was what we needed. Okay, here, I think we're just in. And I think we're gonna toss on that guy. All right, you're in and get the guy. No, cannot. Okay, let's just release the hound then. I should have been back one more if I couldn't attack. Bye-bye, doggo. You were a good boy. $87. Let's just do the damage. It was not nearly as good a round as I was hoping. Hey, Broad, how's it going? They can't. Thank you, Slice. They can't charge base. Okay. That's good to know. Also, holy crap, they just beat the crap out of Abby. Ripped ear, pierced cheek. Wow, it like through his ear and then his cheek. It's like a modern piercing. I don't love that. I'm gonna take the pot shot, and then I'm gonna actually release a hound. And then we're gonna step here and try to get some shield cover. Bye-bye, hound. Holy crap, would you guys stop? I need to get my bandage over there that Broad has. In fact, Chazzy may already be bleeding to death. Okay, Wraith, take your shot. That was not what we needed, Wraith. I can't believe that they have not missed him yet with a shield wall up. All right. The good die young. That's how you know he was a good character. We got a stun there. I'm actually going to go base those idiots. Here. Get in position just in case. Start stabbing. I guess I don't need to go over there for the bandage. Whiff again. I cannot believe that yet again, our absolute unit of a character in our best gear with a shield wall didn't get missed a single time. Feels bad, man. Okay, let's actually... No, let's just kill this one. Feels a little wasteful, but I don't think I can chance... Yeah, he could break the shield. I don't think I can chance not finishing that off. Dodge, dodge. Feels bad, man. Okay, he breaks my shield. Wraith. Tinstar says, I'm tempted to have a very hard campaign in Age of Wonders 4. I'm getting the hang of it, of quick expanding. Nice. Wait, is that an axe or a cleaver? On who? We have a... This is a poleaxe, I think? He just pulled out a cleaver, I think. We call that fate. Could be Eric. Could be. Again, I don't really have a good spot for you. Let's move over here and release a hound. Yeah, I don't know. This is just not a good time in the... I feel like I'm not at a good time to have new characters have to come in and level up. It's unfortunate we lost who we lost when we lost them. Also, I'm getting really nervous about how much they're throwing at Abby here. Good hit. Yeah, let's finish him. Alright, we've got him a little bit on the run here. Release a dog. Very nice. I'll take that miss. Miss successfully. Alright, we're gonna do the line attack. Beautiful. Beautiful, Sherlock. You know what? You can get in position to kill him. Cut. And stun. And move. Tut just being an absolute menace on this battlefield. I'm not stepping in there. That is the death position. You just chill there. Eric, did I literally say Tut again? Maybe it's kind of like having a secret name. Like, you can't die if they don't know your true name. Maybe that's Eric's secret to survival. Stop calling me Tut. I don't know why I'm saying that tonight, too. I guess I have Tut on the brain. I'm just so worried about him. You know, he's got that weak heart. You feel for the guy. Almost like he felt that shot going into his face. Simon can actually do a stab. Nice. Get him based. Okay, you're retreating. Yeah, I don't want to hit him. I do want to hit him. You, Matthew, can actually come down and take some XP from that. I did the last stream too. Really? I didn't notice last stream. Alright, kill the goblin. Thank you, Sherlock. Apparently Sherlock, it's his episode today. No! Matthew, no! Okay, we're gonna be able to bandage him though, so we're okay. The dogs are very angry at how this has gone down. Me too, guys. Me too. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, looks like we're gonna be okay here. There it is. Okay. Ooh, those dogs are vicious? They better be. We only buy the most vicious dogs. They're still good boys, though. Alright, take all the junk. Alright, no casualties. The Greenskins have been defeated and the prisoners are quickly saved from the savages' encampment. Each prisoner has a story of hell to tell, even the ones who do not speak a word. Your employer, Duke Igman von Rosenving, will be most pleased. For future reference, that was a 1-star. That was rough. Although we are going to be well compensated. Alright, yeah, I do need temple. We don't have a temple. We didn't actually lose any dogs, so that's something. The tools are overpriced here. Get rid of the weird meat. Prices are kind of mid. Let's grab the cheap grain. Medical supplies are reasonable. Let's grab one. And the booze is reasonable. See if maybe we can resell that. We'll peek, but I'm not really looking for anybody. Yeah, nope. Alright, my work here is done. Let's go. Let's go that way. Levels? Yes, yes, yes. We have Matthew leveled again. Its attack, its melee defense. Alright, just take the HP. That takes him to 80, and then we're just done. And then Slice said earlier, maybe take Fortified Mind and save a couple rolls of Resolve. So we'll follow his advice and try that. Not something I would know. Yeah, that did save 2 or 3 rolls. Feels a little bad, but then again, I guess you're just trading this for stats, so that's about equal to a gifted, give or take, I suppose. Re-equip shields, thank you. Yep. Man, I'm rapidly running out of shields fighting these orcs. We also have William leveling up. Okay, William the Miller. With his iron jaw. Nice. Okay, you are made to be a tanky character. Yeah, so we're definitely not taking a +1 there. So we'll take this. We'll definitely take that. I will take some more HP on him, but I'm only going to take max rolls. So we'll actually take the initiative here. Okay, we have Rotate, we have Brawny, we have Shield Expert, we have Hammer Mastery, Gifted. William hasn't really been pooping out, so that's been nice. What do we want here? Underdog if tank? I agree, that's fine. Underdog. William should get Sidestep. Interesting. Why would you take sidestep over rotation on a tanky character? Oh, I keep leaving that before we're done. Bala does have a 1-star in hit points. If I wanted to get to 80, at 4 HP per pick, I would need to take 5 picks. So I probably am going to need to go Colossus here. Yeah, now we need 1 max roll, and we will be maxed out. And there that is. Take that. A 2 here. We could just take 1 quick resolve and be done with it. He also could wear the necklace. Maybe we take the dog away and give him the necklace. That saves a roll. To get disengaged or oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm still gonna take the melee defense here, I think. And let's actually do that. Take the dog off for now. Who has my bone necklace? Eric. Yeah, and you don't need it. You were just keeping it warm. Here you go. Silver can keep you warm. Baller, you get a cool bone necklace. Okay, Broad is our bannerman, and he did level up, so we get resolve no matter what. We'll take a 4. I think we're still taking the melee attack. He really needs more HP, but it's only a 3. I think I'm actually going to take the range defense here. He gets shot at a lot. And this is a polearm. I've learned my lesson. And I do like polearm mastery quite a lot. Being able to move 2 and then hit is really nice. Yeah, I really like polearm mastery a lot. That makes polearm so much more usable. I wish two-handers had a version of that. Although, maybe not, because then the enemy could do it to me. Alright, we really need a temple. I probably should have checked which direction had the closest temple. I don't think we're going to stick around here. What is this? A package? Perfect. What are we talking? Pay me more. I accept. Day northeast? Yeah. In Hochdorf. We will take that. We're not going to even stay here. Yeah. You don't have a temple. You don't have a temple. You don't have a temple. Alright, no temples for anyone. Alright, go make that delivery. Abby might need a better helmet. Let's see what he's got. He's got a 50 helmet on. We could go next up. I don't really have a good one at the moment. Abby really has not been having problems with fatigue, though. He probably could stick on one of these heavy helmets and be just fine. Let's try that. He has not been pooping out, and he's had a few fights that were him machine gunning. Alright, now what stopped me here? Alps. Nope. Nope. We are not playing with Alps at the moment. Also, Simon, you threw your net. While I'm thinking about it. Put a net on. Helmets reduce vision and range? Really? I didn't know vision was related to range. Vision or view range determines how far a character can see into the fog of war, discover threats, and hit with ranged weapons. Okay. Okay. Slice, you get the prize. Put the bear helmet back on. You're Sherlock. You're not the right person. Abby, put the bear helmet back on. Well, there you go. I just learned something else that's new. Nomads 8. I don't know if we're really in position to fight. We are definitely not in position to fight. I gotta be really careful here. I don't even want a third party. That's what caused our problems last time. While on the road, a band of well-armed men come across your path. Take the cargo. Alright, well that was pure death there. Alright, well, that sucks. Alright, I need a temple. Where temple? Don't show me that garbage. Taxidermist. My God, this map is horrible. This is so bad. Next time we do a stream, I may have to have chat roll me up a map because I want to play it with the Fog of War on. But my God, this is painful. These are all so far away. This is up in the danger zone. We can off-road up to there, maybe? Or we go back down to here? I guess we go south? Yeah, that's a fair point, Eric. I just don't have something better at the moment. The best helmet with no negative range is the Salet helmet. Okay. Let's have a drink before we head out. We do have junk to sell. And the sell price is okay. Don't want that. I don't want those. Don't want those or those. These are just too heavy for me at the moment. Don't need extra. Nope. 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 Okay. And the booze is worth nothing here. Okay, I think we're just trekking back down to here. So let's go via off-road so that we can at least maybe discover some locations. Yeah, that's interesting. I never realized that the vision affected the range of range characters. I wonder if I've had games where I've screwed that up. While traveling the road, Sherlock gets struck by bird shit. It hits his sword hand and splashes crosswise all over his armor. His arms go wide like chicken wings and he looks at the damage. Bloody hell, just my luck. Yeah, don't dwell on it. Someone bring down that plumed transgressor. Wraithwalker looks up, hand shielded over his eyes, tongue out. He sees the bird and nods. He licks his finger, puts it in the air, and nods again. The archer grins and knocks an arrow. Even though he uses a crossbow, it's quite a trick shot. With crime, there is punishment. The mercenaries groan and mock the man's moralizing, but he calmly raises the bow and looses the arrow. It zips and shrieks high into the air, and you can hardly see the shot. But you do see the bird suddenly crank sideways and start twitching down to the earth. The sharpshooter nods and looks over the company. You're laughing now. This only brings more jeers. The archer snidely comments about his importance, and this brings about a healthy debate between the man who stands on the front line and those in the back. You tell the man that if they want to argue which is better, they can prove it on the battlefield. Everyone liked that. Alright, Wraith finally starting to earn some respect around here after a very rough start. What are you? A necromancer. Yeah, we are still very banged up. Are we so banged up that I need to rotate somebody out? If we get in a fight, I'm going to have to rotate Chazzy out. Come on. Give me at least one location. Give me some of that free money. And we still head in the right direction. Oh, yuck. Okay, maybe there's a path up here. Yes. Man. I literally cannot get over how bad of a map this is. I think most people don't play with the Fog of War on, and they just re-roll maps until they get something decent. I can see why. I can see why. All range characters praise the Salet. On the plus side, I'm still fine. Yeah, you are surviving. You saved a man's life with some bandages, too. All right, Chaz, you get that hand patched up. Everyone else has actually managed to heal up before we got here. Pay on money. You know what? We don't want you. Gravedigger, retired soldier that we could barely afford, maybe. All right, we'll keep that in mind. What do we got? You want me to travel somewhere? What's it pay? Pay me more. I accept. Day to the west. Let me think about it. Let me see what this is. Let's get robbed with the package again. Sure. Pay me more? Never mind. All right. I think we're just going to take that for the moolah. Still no good on the meat. I'm kind of worried we're going to start dipping into the goods pretty soon. I will take these cheap tools. Are bandages used up? Yes, they are. Okay. I would like at least one bandage. You know what? I'm going to get 2. If goblins are going to be able to do what they just did, I probably should actually have extras. Yeah, since you don't have a range one, let's have an extra. Learn first aid. You could save someone's life. All right, we're on the mend, but we still have a ways to go. I did not notice that till just now. Chazzy has a broken knee. You are literally garbage now. That really sucks. Torn ACL. He was so good coming into the college scene. All right, well, you are no longer on the fast track, Chazzy. You are in the Tut League now. Man, that injury is absolutely brutal on bros. That really sucks. 40% basically just means that you no longer have that skill. All right, we will take that. We ride. You need to tell Slice what kind of seed you want. Yeah, next time we do one. When this one ends, we're not going to immediately be jumping back into Battle Bros. We had a kind donation from Sergeant Flintlock. He wants to see some Majesty, so we're going to do a stream or 2 of that. And then we have a whole bunch of releases coming up. 19 Berdans. Not at the moment, please. Okay, good. Doesn't seem like they're too interested. I'm not sure we could kill 19 of them at the moment. Yeah, I may next time. I have some other games like that I've played that I may just reuse seeds for or something. We'll see. Ideally, what I would want is a loop on the map somewhere that's decent, and I would like a north-south port. Like, that's good enough for me. I know some people get really into it, like, it has to have a lumber mill, it has to have a Fletcher, it has to have all these other things. It would be nice if you had a little more control over the map gen to add things like that as requirements. All right, we did our caravan. Armorer. This is going to be Southern armor, so they're not going to have what we want, unfortunately. Man, if I was a rich man, we could do that. I am holding on to some garbage here. The price is okay. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Also, as usual, I did not come in here and properly queue up repairs. All right, can we sell the booze at a decent price? No, we cannot. We're going to end up eating that booze. Okay, these spices are actually okay. We have a mission here. Let's see if we can do this first. What do you want? Nomads have been plundering caravans. Yeah, let's talk payment. Pay me some more? Of course not. People in the South are skinflints, man. They never want to throw a coin to their witcher. No wonder you have so many rebellions. Oh, that was there famed armor in there? We can take a look when we come back. I can't afford it, so. I don't think I've ever had a famed item, or if I have, I like died right after I got it at one point. The nomads are surprisingly stationary and surprisingly many, but it appears there's a reason for it. You find the sand dwellers huddled around a hole in the ground. They've constructed pulleys around it and are working feverishly to drag whatever they found in the desert. Based upon the grin of the man overseeing the operation, no doubt a treasure trove. We could attack now and face more opposition, or you could wait until they're done and have left. All right, William, have a good one, man. We're kind of in a bad way. I'm kind of tempted to just wait until they leave. Yeah, let's just wait till they leave. I'm willing to just eat that. We're kind of in a healing mode at the moment. All right, Abby, you know what to do. Okay, you need to actually hit them. There you go. They do outrange us, so we're probably going to need to advance on them. Would have been funny if nobody else moved up and they just had that guy charge by himself. Poor guy getting hazed out here. A good famed weapon is about 10k. I imagine that you get your money's worth, though. I think I do want to go up and take the AoE swing. Nice hit. All right, Matthew, I'm counting on you. Matthew, that was not it, man. All right, no chances. That was not great. That was not great at all. All right, in the south here, I do think we are gonna bum rush this. Well, we have Mr. Pull Mace. No, let's go for it. All right, thank you, Wrath. But now we're kind of in a bad position here. You may have stabbing to do. Ooh, that was a mistake. I did not see that. Yikes. I wish we had taunt. Oh, there we go. All right, I do want you to get in there. Sorry, Simon. That was my bad. Armor's 30k or 40k. Jeez. Better not lose that. Holy moly. Okay. We don't go before the axe. Surprisingly okay. Surprisingly okay. Okay, Wrath, rearm, and kill. Alright, good hit, good hit. Kill. Kill. Okay, you guys, you're not killing. Remember what I said about following orders? When you do it, we don't die. And I am quite addicted to not dying. That's unfortunate. Okay, good hits. All right, let's not be too cheeky here. Let's just get in on this guy. That's unfortunate there too. There we go. Okay, good job, Chazzy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna need to make a decision. Chazzy was so good. I think maybe he gets to graduate into a dedicated polearm user, where the defense skill won't matter so much. He has 2 attack stars and iron lungs. That doesn't feel like that's a throwaway, bro. But man, that sucks. Man, that sucks. Let's actually sidestep and shoot somebody that's not wearing a shield. Alright, just take the shield out. Yeah, we're not playing that game. Literally stun all my guys, alright. Okay. Sucks that you don't get the sand throw thing when you recruit those guys. That would have been really cool. Like that hit that Sherlock just did. So close. You guys are so close. Come on in. And Tut. Tut's having none of that. Alright, everybody's based. Now they're in a lot of trouble. Still got a good hit on us, though. Right, just run over here. Yeah, the power of polearm mastery right there. Yeah, our odds are too low with that shield up. I was thinking about stabbing him. I have somehow merged with Eric. Maybe it's like a fusion technique. Right now, Tut, you are in reserve, actually. You are so banged up. You've got a broken heart and a head injury. So, you are basically in reserve when somebody else has to rotate out due to bad injuries. I'm actually going to go into danger zone here. I feel relatively safe with that. You know who shouldn't feel safe? These 2 guys that are now in line to get a lead with my greatsword. All right, take the XP, Chazzy. We'll find something for you. You know what? It's not even worth shooting that shielded guy. Those shields are just too ridiculously good. I will give you XP. Okay, everyone's running at this point. Stab him down. Stab him down. Stab him down. That was a lot of not stabbing. There it is. Okay, not bad, not bad. No fresh wounds or anything. Chazzy and Sherlock leveled. We got some stuff. I will say the southern things you fight have expensive weapons, which makes them very dangerous, but also kind of profitable. Oh, Chazzy. I feel... Couldn't we just get him a knee brace? We could ice it? I feel like we could fix this. I feel like we could fix this. Okay, but if Chazzy is not going to be able to be a mainliner, that means he would need to rotate to the back. If he was going to rotate to the back, what would we give him? We would probably give him... I mean, this is coming off, obviously. That's coming off. He would get the pike. So he is going to be a polearm user. So he gets attack. Okay, I'm going to take a maxed out HP roll. See that if he had Colossus, he might not have gotten that permanent injury. Just saying. He does have a problem with resolve, but that's not a max roll. That. I wonder if the weaponsmith has a Catal dagger. That would be really cool. We could have Simon and Eric, not Tut. We would have Eric and Simon team up. He could stun him, and then he would get the bonus damage. Okay, trait-wise... I think we actually take crippling strikes here. Oh, well, that's not crippling. Crippling strikes. All right. Hopefully, Chaz, you will enjoy your time as a pikeman. What a career-ending injury. Gifted? I don't know. I think he'll be just fine. I like crippling quite a bit on those polearms, especially if you end up getting it when they're low level, because they're not going to be getting kills often. Yeah, that was a decent payout at least. Another contract available. Somebody wants to rob me. All right. Pay me more? Hey, there we go. I accept. I'm just going to get bullied again. Okay, now somebody said special armor. Yep. Padded mail, mail hallberg. Okay, I thought it was this, but I don't think that's actually true. Although that looks really cool. 290 armor for minus 36. My god, those people must be way better than the people I've hired to be able to have minus 36 on. Was it a weapon down here? They do have a Catal dagger. I mean, we could afford one of those. Where did you think you saw the famed weapon? I'm pretty sure that's what somebody said, right? Check the armor for the salad. Famed armor. Okay, so let me look at that again. Maybe I just don't know what I'm looking for. Trusty coat plate. Is this it? Worth, yeah, this must be it. Worth 1,500. They want 42,000 for it. Guys, do you think they'll take credit? I'm good for it. Hey, Ghost, welcome in. The glowing green armor. I guess it does have a little bit of an R there. I don't know. That's not the best glow in the world, I'll be honest with you. The Catal dagger though, that actually vaguely interests me. I wish I could look at the skills here without buying it, but it has a skill where you do like bonus damage against stunned targets. So we could pair Simon and Eric up together. I kind of like that idea. Sword lance would be cool too. You know what? You gotta treat yourself once in a while. You know, what are you doing if you don't buy an assassin dagger every once in a while? All right, Simon, you get your new dagger. So this gives us stab, 3 AP, inflicts whatever. I believe that's basically the same. Yeah, that's the same essentially. Although this is a 15 to 35, whereas this is a 30 to 45 damage weapon. But then the second one, Death Blow. 3 AP, inflicts 30 to 45 hit point damage, of which 0 to 9 can ignore armor. Inflicts 21 to 31 damage to armor. Inflicts 33% more damage against and ignores an additional 20% armor of targets who have dazed, stunned, or trapped in net status. So we could do that. And 20% additional armor. So we could ignore 90% of armor, essentially. I need some more nets. I gotta remember where we picked those up. Also, yeah, we do have Sherlock to level 2. Okay, Sherlock. We're taking the attack. We're taking the melee defense. I kind of want to give him a little more HP, but he's been okay. He's been fine. I think we take the fatigue. He did actually poop out on me, and that is a max roll. What do you guys think on this one? Fatigue or initiative? He has reach advantage. He has berserk. Fatigue says slice. All right, we will listen to our elders. Attack, defense, and fatigue. All right, trait wise, what are we looking at here? You can get nets at fishing villages. Yes. Does this map have a fishing village? With how terrible it is? What are we looking here? Killing frenzy? He does get a lot of kills. I'm in. Sherlock has rapidly been rising in the ranks. I think he is probably equal to Eric probably at this point. Garum said, a two-handed mace always cause daze if they hit. Well, we had a new two-hand user, but unfortunately he took a mace to the knee. But we do have a... In fact, we could just look at this quick. A two-handed mace. 100% to daze on hit. Yeah, so maybe a second two-hand user that has a two-handed mace. It can't be Sherlock because Sherlock is spec'd into swords. So we are looking for that next two-hander. It could be Bala. It could be Bala. He doesn't have 2 stars in melee defense, but he does have 1. Is he our Bala? He's not ready to switch over yet, though, with his 58 attack. He's gonna need a few levels. Simon looking good. Looking good. Also, I see that we got a club. I needed something to go here. Also, we're not fighting gobos anymore. Take off those antidotes. You have Polearm Mastery, so you can hit adjacent things. Do you guys think it's worth having... Okay, hang on a second. Let me look at this again. Okay, so the puncture actually has a 100% chance, or 100% armor negate. Whereas the Kata dagger, the Katal dagger, only gets up to 90. But it probably is still better, even if I'm going for stab strategies. That's probably fine. I don't think it's probably worth having him. I mean, I guess it doesn't cost any weight. We could put it on there. Whatever. And we do have Dagger Mastery. And we have Overwhelm. Yeah. We are getting somewhere here. I want to get Fearsome on this guy too. He gets 3 attacks, and we are likely to get at least 1 point of damage. So we can hit people with a penalty to the morale. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, is what that is. Have him equipped with both. Yeah, okay. I have a 2-hand mace bro set up. Yeah, I definitely will do that on the other. Whoever survives long enough to become a second 2-hand person. Okay, we don't need a temple. And we are in shape to fight. Alright, deliver 2 days to the east by road. Ballsy of you to assume that I am going to go on any roads. In Thrun. Am I literally blind? Why do I not see Thrun? Oh, there it is. Way over there. Wow! How can you tell me that's 2 days? I don't feel like that's 2 days. Okay. Before we leave then, this actually has reasonable enough prices here. I think we could actually resell for a profit. So let's do a sell-off. And see if we can maybe afford... Let's get rid of those. Probably one of those two. See if we can afford to buy some to sell off. Don't need an extra of that. Or that. We're going to use this when we get there, so I don't need those. Don't need those. Okay, I'm gonna go a little big on this one. We may have to sell one off on the way. Are we going via road? Whatever gets me here fastest. Okay, the game thinks it's road. Day 107. We are winning slightly against the greenskins, so there you go. Oh, man. What do we got? Some orc young and some orc warriors. I don't think we are in shape for that. No, thank you. Excuse me, sir. Have you heard the word of the Great Green Prophet? We think we find something in Kalichi Berm. Any of you tiny enough to fit into that hole? Wow, I didn't know this event had a different thing. Eric! Eric, come here a second. The ever-tiny Eric Shadowblade walks up to the crack in the berm and stares into it. He turns around like a top. Now, I ain't one to assume, but I have the sense of being slighted here, he says shortly with you. You assure him that it means nothing at all by asking he make use of his comical size. He nods and gets back to the task as though he were born for it, easily wiggling his way into the crack until it's just a pair of boots sticking out of the earth. One of the sellswords glances over and quietly asks if it's weird. He feels the urge to tickle the feet. Okay, don't make this awkward, mercenaries. You ask what in the fark does that mean with no intentions of attaining an answer. This is your average Twitch viewer right here. Thank you, Eric Shadowblade. Thankfully, Eric Shadowblade yells out that he's got the item and the men to yank him back out. Eric flips over the treasure held aloft in his tiny hands. You get an ancient breastplate. You gain an ancient sword. Eric Shadowblade, the Short King, gains eager. Good work, Short King. Let's check your loot. Ancient breastplate, 135, and it has a 22 fatigue penalty. That's probably a no-go. And an ancient sword, I think we determined those were okay, but we're kind of past the point where okay is good enough. That's really cool. I've never had that event with a dwarf in my party. So I guess it's not only classes, but also traits that matter for events. That's actually a useful piece of information. What is that? Mini ancient honor guards. Yeah, I'll get right on that game. Yeah, just keep that one open for me. Okay, I gotta be a little bit careful here. I only have 1 day worth of pay on me. Of course, it hits night right when I would have gotten my extra vision there. All right, back to the road. Out of curiosity, how many people finished the 6 Ages Ride Like the Wind playthrough? I had to stream it at kind of a weird time on Sunday because it was a holiday. And so I know it was a little bit different crowd than we were normally getting. I did think it was really cool. So we had one of the artists from the game actually has been commenting on some of those streams. So I thought that was really cool. I don't know. It just feels cool to me when you actually get to talk to people who worked on a game or whatnot. A long time ago on the channel, when I did my first look video at Zephon, I actually had a dev response, which I thought was really cool. They had suggested that I turned simultaneous turns on, which I never had to actually go back and retest because by the time the game came out, I was on this new PC, which was a lot more powerful than my old one. So it was kind of a moot point. Okay, nothing special. Time out, time out. No, that was a long axe. A fighting axe. That's probably the first one-handed axe I would actually seriously consider using. But we don't really have a need for it, so no thank you. I'm not carrying any taxidermy stuff. Expensive tools that I can't afford. Also, I have a bunch of arrows. Get rid of that. I'm gonna sell that off. Can I make pay? Okay, now I can make pay. Wolf says I watched the VOD. I was very disappointed with the way that kind of forced the ending. I don't want to say too much in case people want to watch it, but I did not like how they chose to end that. It was too much like repeated RPG. You make a save or die, make a save or die, make a save or die. Just like you have to make all these saves in a row. It didn't feel like the rest of the game, I guess. All right, crown's well deserved. We didn't get robbed, so that's nice. Unlike this town, which has ambush trade routes. You know what would make you feel better about your ambush trade routes? These spices. Here you go, guys. Now you'll feel better. And this salt. And this incense. There you go. Now you feel a lot better, and so do I. Pools are expensive here. I will take the cheapy grain. Apparently I've had my mead spoil. Devs, I don't think that this should actually go bad. These should not have spoil timers as long as it's been bottled properly. Okay, sell that off too. I don't need double crossbows. I don't think I would use that. I do think I'm going to hang on to this stuff. I feel like I need more food. Do we have the cook unlocked in this playthrough? I guess it's kind of a moot point because I'm not going to buy it here, but... No, I don't. So we need to have 8 different types of provisions, and I believe you need to have them in your possession at the same time. She increases the healing is why I would be interested in that. Okay, do we have a contract? Line of peasants stand outside Torleaf the Thrune's door. You cut by them all with few protests to grab the handle of your sword. All right. He's up. Lindworm. No. Was that a 2-star Lindworm? What the heck? He wants... They bid you come closer. No man ask if you know what monsters of unholds. No. I don't feel like dying to unholds at the moment. Thank you, though. When you hire... Really, Slice? I swear in Order of the Griffin I unlocked it. And I definitely didn't hire it. Okay, well that's good to know, I suppose. We didn't have much dog attrition, so we're good there. Not really looking for a spare unless we see something really cool. You know, we did have a fight where this falcon would have been really useful. I'm gonna do it. I never get a falcon. We gotta splash that cash a little bit. All right, who gets to use the falcon? I think one of the melee guys, right? Yeah, suck if they die with it though. You know what? We'll rotate this dog off of Wraith. Wraith is not too likely to get killed in the back. Here you go, Chazzy. You have a good boy. And I just realized, if you're content, that means you're not just gonna leave me randomly. I'm gonna actually have you carry some random stuff. I probably should sell this. I'm not gonna use that. Yeah. Here, just carry that for me for now, Tut. That frees up a couple slots. It will come and go with the food supplies. Interesting. Interesting. I must have missed that, because like I said, I swear I actually had it unlocked. With them being paying so well right now, I actually think I'm going to run over here and see if we can grab another set of trade goods. Yeah, I've had some DMs that were like that in college, yeah. Conversely, though, it can make for really, like, cool moments. Like, I remember... okay, I'm gonna let you guys in on how nerdy we were. So... we used to play in the Palladium system when I was in high school. We mainly played a game called Rifts, for anyone who knows what that is. And we got really into Neon Genesis Evangelion. So I actually DM'd a run where the players were the pilots, and they had a mission where they completely screwed it up, and an NPC character was gonna die, and you know how players are, like, oh, come on, give us a chance to save them. So I'm like, fine, if you can roll 2 20s in a row, you can save them. Well, gosh darn it, you know they did it. You know they did it. Lord Rift time for mega damage. We don't want to be out here. I'm just gonna go around that, by the way. I don't want that fight. So, I mean, you do get cool moments like that. But yeah, when you're a player and it's like, just kill me if you're gonna kill me. Like, I don't know. All right, we will buy some booze. There you go, guys. If it's work you're looking for, they're taking crowns in hand over at Hochdorf. That sounds like a completely useless rumor, if I'm being honest. A caravan, what do you pay? Pay me more, I accept. Think about it. That is to Hochdorf. This one is... People are disappearing. It's probably not Alps because they're not having nightmares. I guess we could do a people disappearing mission. I'll probably regret this. All right. It is an animal of some sort, but that doesn't really narrow it down. Kirk says, just got out of a Rifts campaign. Broad system, but very slow to put together a session. Yeah, no kidding. Was playing a bunch of super-powered Native American warriors next to dwarf juicers. Nice. Playing in the Wild West stuff, huh? One of my favorite... I was a player in a game where I played a wired gunslinger, and we were playing in out west and going down into Vampire Kingdoms, which was Mexico in that setting. One of my favorite games I ever played in. Quite enjoyed that one. Simon asks you to enter Snapper the War Dog into a local dog fighting circle. That sounds like an awful idea, but the min goes on to explain that there's a lot of money stands to be made in dog fighting. All the dog handler needs is an ante of 200 crowns. No, dog fighting is bad. We're not doing that. These are good boys. They fight on the side of justice. This isn't a game. 14 of the little buggers. All right. I am willing to do that. Okay, you are hammer spect, you are flail spect, you are mace spect. So I really don't have anyone I want to switch out. I think we're okay with what we got. I think we go with this. All right. Bring on the pain. Actually, hang on a second. Let's wait until we get morning, since I have range and they do not. All right. BS poacher speed, go! What the heck is that? What the heck is that? How do they get to team up? I'm calling BS on that. I am so calling BS on that. Alright, we are definitely not fighting here. That is for sure. Yeah, just run down here. Please tell me these two people will fight. And it's not just going to be me versus all of this. That is so BS. That is so BS. 3 AP. I really would like to get a shot off here. Good job. They do fight? Okay. I'm a little less annoyed, but I'm still annoyed. Because it was the nomads who caught me. Then again, now that I think about this, it would have been better if we had been able to fight them between us. Because if I kill these guys, they're going to come down and eat them. That's not going to be very useful. And you just better move. You absolute idiots. Yeah, just get in here. Matthew, fall back and guard them just in case. Tut. Man, this was such a terrible engage. Holy moly. I'm so gonna pay for this. That's all I have to say about this. Please do not feed them into large ones. Pretty please. I don't think we're quite ready to have Sherlock rush in there. You're just done for now. Alright, so we've only got 25 enemies to kill, guys. This is gonna go just fine. Alright, be here. Good job. Okay. Wasted that attack, frankly. Yep. Yep. Oh. Wrong part. I was like, why can't you reload? That would be why. Just chill for a second. Alright, we don't have a penalty for hitting things next to us because we have polearm mastery. So, screw off, buddy. And then I think you're going to give this spot to Abby. I think we're just gonna... I'd like to retreat down here. Let's just wait. Let's see how that develops. Okay, and... 31% chance to hit. No, let's just chill. We gotta save some fatigue. Alright, I'm gonna move up here and take a swing. Excellent. Unfortunate. Alright. Can we get some more damage? No, of course not. Good job, Chazzy. Alright, over here. Man, they're gonna feed all these idiots and then all their ranged characters are just gonna run away and leave me to deal with it. I feel like I got ambushed into this. Ridiculous. Okay, he's gonna go fight, I think. I don't think there's anything for him to eat. Alright, Hawk is out. Nice to be able to see what's going on. We can't reach anything, so just move up. Okay, okay. I'm more than happy for them to kill whatever they want to kill over there. That is fine by me. Unfortunate. Alright, up here and hit. Faint. Wow, really? That is the luck of the Irish here. There it is. Okay. Start forming a line, I think. I don't want to release dogs because that's just going to give them more bodies to eat. Somebody's eating well over there. I'll stay in the back for now. Alright, Epic, have a good one, man. Hopefully this is not another absolutely terrible fight. Okay, making some work up there. Okay, Wrath misses horribly. Either way, we're not going to get to attack. I do think we move into position, though. Ditto up here. Yeah, go this way. Go after the archers. Yeah, I think that's the plan, is to come this way. Although they are shooting into them about equally, so I do appreciate that. All right, come here. And he was confident for a second. Tut, stand on the body and stun. Wait here a second. Oh my goodness. There's so much food up there. Oh, that's terrible. Nice. Okay, that's something. They're just gonna walk up and eat all my best characters, I have a feeling. You idiots. Stop. This is the point of the episode where we realize we have to team up against the greater evil. Not the time where you keep shooting me randomly. Alright, let's run to here. I am gonna release a dog and see if the dog will go to the archers. No, not that way. I do think I need to get closer. We're just too far away there. Dang it. Right, move up. And I do think I'm going to do more dog releasing. You've got to be kidding me. Go after the archers. I protected you guys from the dog fighting rings, and this is how you repay me? God, all we did was make him angry. I don't think that did anything. Ugh. All right, step up. We do have somebody who's getting a little worried. All right, reforming my battle lines here. I think you're just chilling. Okay, good job, Chazzy. At least those are running and that... Oh. Or are they? Because that was a blood puddle that just appeared. I was gonna say they're running away and not spending time eating things and getting bigger. No, they're still running. Interesting. 1, 2, 3 big ones, 3 medium ones, and 2 small ones that are running. Archers ran just like I predicted. Okay, 5 big ones. Okay, perfect. Good hit. Let's just wait. Let's see what they do. They're running out of bodies to eat, so sooner or later they're gonna come up to me. Really don't want to get near that hill. We've learned some lessons about going near the hill. Okay, good hit. They're probably not gonna run over here. Let's just wait. Every round we can just stand here for a second and catch our breaths. Gives us a second to catch our breath. Okay, please don't rally. Please just run off the map. And there's one that has rally. There's another that's rallied. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna, in fact, here, I'm not gonna run forward this round. Alright, what are you guys gonna do? They're probably gonna kill and eat the dogs, because the dogs completely went the wrong direction. Alright, good boy, good boy. We got one of them. Just wait. This is, I mean, they can just walk up and eat my front line. I'm very concerned about that. I'm pretty happy for Abby just to keep killing that one, though. I think you need a shield wall. You guys are being really sketchy. Just wait. Yep. Hold the line, men. Hold the line. We have a lot of DPS. Another full round. Our morale's good. Our fatigue is falling, and we didn't really take any major wounds. I need to get Abby quick hands. He actually spends enough time changing out quivers that would be useful. All right. There's no moment but now. Feels bad, man. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. We got this. We got this. No worries to be had. Yeah, that's what I thought. I really do not want to step here, because he's just going to go there and hit me. I think we're going to have to actually go here. And I need to do some damage, so... Alright, we're going to step up. We're not going to be stingy. We're just throwing it. I'm going to step up and hit him. Oh, it's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. Alright, Abby... Of course, he just eats my character. Yep, yep. We dealt with that in the arena. That is not the time to be missing, my man. That is not the time to be missing. What is going on over here? Why are you so dodgy. It's his stupid confident morale's what's doing it. Nice. Eric. I think we keep spear walling here with Baller. Good hit. Good hit. And then step back one so you don't get eaten. Alright, get him out. Ah! Sherlock was in such a good spot for those AoEs. We are in so much trouble right now. Stupid nomads and feeding them. Feeders. I think I gotta get some damage out no matter how I want to do this. Alicia, you have not hit yet this combat, I don't think. We really could use like some kills right now. Alright, please get him out. Pretty please? Nope. Yeah, I'm just really concerned they're going to eat my entire front line and then I'll have nobody who can actually kill anything. Like, we're already kind of at that point. Give me back Sherlock. Yeah. Alright. Eric just got eaten. Has the best chance to be hit. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I swear these things have 9 lives. How often do I end up with these guys at like 1 HP? That seems suspicious. Alright. Baller, be the hero I need. That wasn't it, Baller. That wasn't it. Mm-hmm. Come on, Remy. Okay. Okay, that's all right. He's not too bad. He's not too bad. Reload. We have several of them that are pretty wounded. Game over. No, Slice. No. It's not game over. See, we just saved William. We're going to be all right. Stay with me, kid. Stay with me. See? 3 of them down. 3 down. I was gonna laugh if they literally just immediately re-ate Sherlock. All right, let's see if we can gang up on this one. Man down. Man down. My goodness. My goodness. This was such a bad fight. The fact that they got to feast on all those stupid nomads, so I had to fight so many big ones right off the bat. Alright, Eric's good. Eric's good. You know what? I think it's more important that I drop the dog before I move. We just need ablative HP. Buy me time, boys. Get me out of there. I'm trying, Eric. I'm trying. Eric's like, nah, man. 4 isn't for me. No. I'm just completely ignoring that one for now. Hopefully the dog can hold on a round or 2. Stab. 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 If nothing else, at least we get 3 overwhelms on that when he whiffs all those times. I don't even know who's in this belly. All right, and then we have another dog. Okay, that was not what I needed, buddy. Use Death Blow? Really? In that situation? When he doesn't have the debuff on? I'm gonna have to re-look at that. Okay, Chazzy's out. Okay, retreating. No. If he retreats with somebody in his belly, do they just literally keep your character? Nope, nope, run him down. You've already done so much damage to me. Ironically enough, we only had one death, I think. Okay, for an extra two fatigue. Inflicts. I don't think that's worth it. 2 more fatigue, and it does extra damage against dazed, stunned, and trapped. He was not any of those things. It does the same damage. This does more damage if you have the conditional, so that you can ignore more armor or do it, but it's just not straight more damage. The bro's dead if he runs off with it. Man, that's harsh. I mean, it makes sense, but man, that's harsh. Wrath just ran out of ammo. Okay, and the dogs just got in the way of Sherlock. Perfect. Perfect. Sherlock gets eaten a second time. How could I have finished that battle if this guy was not retreating? That's a little weird. Because he shouldn't be able to eat somebody if he's retreating. Spit it out. Spit it out. What a battlefield. Holy moly. Droog, not well. Not well. We just got absolutely hammered again. Here. It's not what we need right now, man. Abby is out of ammo. Alright, just step out of the way, Abby. It has not helped that poor Matthew has not been able to hit, I think, a single time this combat. Maybe he hit once. Am I seeing a cowardly retreat? You're seeing a lot of blood and guts and gore. You can't get in. And the dog KS's me. So we lost our banner. Again. That is, that sucks. That sucks a lot. We don't really have somebody who can step into that role either. Again. There's our banner, there's our sash. You know, and the sad part is, if we didn't get double teamed there, that actually wouldn't have been so bad. That was absolutely brutal. Maybe I could be banner again. You're seeing us desperately try to get bros out of stomachs. There is an epidemic of vor in this world, apparently. Alright. Yeah, have a drink for those that we lost. Baller's drunk, Eric's drunk, William's drunk, Alicia's drunk. We're feeling the pain of loss. Alright, well, now hiring a new bannerman. Spartan Survivor with a resolve, a fatigue, and 2 melee defense. I don't know if you're it, though. You start relatively low on resolve. Do I have anybody that needs to go? I mean, it's Tut, frankly. Really? Tut's the only person in a super bad way? I'm very disappointed about this stupid broken knee. Very disappointed about that. But he's at least still usable. So unfortunately, he doesn't have stars and resolve. He could have just taken over for Bannerman. I think we're looking for something better, though. We got money. We have some time. I love how one person's like, yes, hire, and the other person's like, no, he's garbage. I do like Spartan. That's not terrible. We need some people that actually can hit things, though. That's one of my concerns. And he's not going to be a stellar... He's just not going to be stellar. I do like this guy, though. Maybe it's time that we just let Tut go. I would be comfortable with that, at least. All right, Tut. You are one of the few lucky ones with your broken heart and your brain damage. Here's your 610 severance pay. Go, you king among men. We will take Ballin. I don't think he's really what I want for my Bannerman, but I will take the body. You need some of the lighter-ish stuff. 59, you're definitely a spearman. All right, you're probably not going to stay there forever, but for now, just stand there. You can't keep him on the bench. He had brain damage and he had the broken heart, and yeah, he was too far gone. He was too far gone. He was literally going to come in if we had somebody that was completely broken, but I could get somebody who's not completely broken right now, and I am still looking to hire that Bannerman. The only person, it'd be you or you. I mean, I guess you could hold it, but you're already spec'd weird. Yeah, you're already spec'd so weird. Kind of a bad one there. There isn't like a respec potion or anything in this game, is there? How are we doing? Oh, we're getting a little short. That's not an Eric joke. All right, let's do our levels here, and that's probably going to write us out. Okay, Eric, what are you feeling? Other than short. Get the attack. Oh, 1 melee defense. Oh, Eric, what is this roll? What is this roll? He's got to take the fatigue. He is still struggling with that. I guess that's true, Wolf. I don't know. He gets the happy ending. He gets the happy ending. Bags and belts, really? What is it you're gonna carry around with bags and belts, Eric? There is a respec potion. Okay. So something like that does exist. Brain damage and a broken heart sounds like an ideal fighter. He earned his salt. More bags. Yes, I understand that, but what exactly am I getting out of that? Nets? Wouldn't we need to have quick hands before that's going to be useful, though? You are always exhausted to the point that you don't get to do anything else. Like, I would almost say recover would be better for you. The bag's carrying... You put the bag in the bag. Okay, taking this, taking that. I think I'm actually going to give Eric a little more HP. He has Colossus, so this is going to be worth 5. It'll just cut down on the wounds. The alternative would be some extra initiative. Put the bag of bags under their sink. No, I hang mine off the back door doorknob, not under a sink. I'm going to go HP. Eric, you have so much to live for. Okay, I am really not seeing the belts and bags here. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You are always exhausted. You're never going to have the fatigue for doing that. I guess it would help our assassin. How are we doing? We just got bored really badly, Snack. Have a good one, Wolf. Well, yeah, we're not going to go too much longer here. We're going to probably level up, and then we're going to hit our 3-hour mark. I'm sorry, Eric. I'm going to have to veto it. You just can't see far enough in the future. I think we're going to give you, like, Underdog, or we're going to give you Recover. The problem with Recover is I never have time to do it. Underdog would help you just not get hit in the first place. And I do have to put you in dangerous positions all the time. So I'm command decisioning Underdog. Not because you're short, but because you're important to me. Alright, Bala. Why do you have such high... It's unfortunate you don't have stars in that. You don't really need this either. Okay, perks. Leveling. Okay, Baller is currently the new set two-hand using dude. So good. He could use some more HP. He could use some more resolve. I'm actually going to take the HP here. He's not going to have the shield on. A little more HP lowers the wound chance. All right, Mr. Two-Hander. I actually think I believe I'm going to go for the student. I believe. I'm just doing it. Alicia the Clumsy. Yep, mistakes were made. Many mistakes were made here. Alicia does a lot of shield breaking, but does get kills. We're just gonna go berserk. Maybe we can get 2 swings off. Attack. Yeah, this is my longest living worst spect character by far. They were supposed to be a frontliner, and then I took polearm, and then we're just all over the place here. Don't look at my shame. So bad. This is so bad. Take that. I'm just embarrassed by that character. All right. Wraith, ranged attack. You're finally getting to the point that you relatively regularly hit, which I appreciate. You do poop out, and I'm not going to take this if it's not a max roll, so we'll take some initiative. Okay, we have Student, Crippling Strikes, Dodge, Crossbow. I don't know what we take on a crossbow user. Overwhelm doesn't feel good if you can't chain gun. Berserk? Does that even help me, though? So what would we do? That'd be for the weird rounds where we, like, reload, shoot, get a kill, reload? I guess that makes sense. He reloads his crossbow really angrily. Yeah. Many things have been learned between this and Order of the Griffin. I definitely am a better player than when we started this a couple weeks ago. I have learned a lot from people. Okay. Much embarrassment was had all around. What did we have for a contract here? Hotchdorf. I will take it. All right, we are looking for a new bannerman. Ideally, a monk, maybe? A witch hunter? I don't know what else would be good there. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We're not going to be able to fight that in our current condition. You want to know what the biggest irony is? If we still had Tut, I could have rotated Tut in here. Alright, if they attack me, I'm just going to run. Nope. Not taking it. Nope. Sorry, guys. I know I agreed to guard your caravan, but I actually just wanted a free ride. If you give them a gun, they'll be very good with overall. Oh, that's true. I have not played around with guns much. Maybe that's something I need to look into. Caravan guard. A brawler. A brawler could be an okay bannerman. Not top tier. What? Okay, I'm gonna ask. I think I know what this means, but when a background is used to fighting, what does that mean? What does that mechanically do? I think like when they see people get hit or die, they take less resolve damage, morale damage. I think that's what that does. Lowborn has to do with peasant militia and cultist backgrounds. I know that. And I think there's some other event stuff, but I don't know what used to fighting actually means. All right, that's not it. I think we're heading here for a recruit. So we're going to head that way. What time are we at? We're at time. All right, let's get to the next city and then we'll call it. Or we'll have to stop if we get a fight. I didn't actually think we were going to make it out of the greenskin area, so I'm a little surprised here. So I suppose we carry on with Battle Brothers on Wednesday. Goblin Raiders 7. Okay, if we have Snack sit out, we still outnumber them by a lot. I think I'm okay with that. Better morale checks. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. And morale checks specific to battle, I assume. So when things base you, when things deal damage to you or a friend or your friends die, you don't take as bad of the morale checks. That makes sense. All right, I'm not going to have time to do this one tonight, but I guess we will start with this fight next time. And I'm not gonna save my game right here where when I unpause it on accident, we get pulled into a fight next time. So I'm gonna call it there. I'm not gonna unpause here. Food for Crows carries on. We have had some Food for Crows recently, though. Holy moly! Look at this death list. Tut tut tut. The first. If you don't fight a lot, they will complain. Well, that's usually not too big of a problem because you kind of do need to fight, but that's interesting there. Brusson the second. Yep, he died. Blasterbot, Wolf, Daigon. So many good men. Mellower and Mellow the second. So sad to see. This guy that didn't even get renamed. He lived 2 days and then got killed by Nork Warrior. All right. It was fun, gentlemen. I guess we're back on Wednesday. I honestly thought this was going to be the last Battle Brothers, but the original goal was we either die or we finish the first crisis. So we have not finished this, so we are going to keep going until we finish the crisis, whether we do it or the game just finishes it or not. So we will continue on. We have Dominions on Friday. On, I think, if I'm counting my days right, I think this Sunday we start Expedition 33. If that's the case, I have to double check if that's coming out this week or next week. I think it's this week. If that's the case, I really hope people will give that a chance. It looks really cool. It's priced actually like sanely instead of the $70 games we've been seeing recently. It's from a new studio, so I'm kind of psyched for it. I'm not in total media blackout, but I have not seen very much about it, so I'm hoping it's good. And I also hope that, unlike Disco Elysium, it doesn't get my videos limited ads, because it is rated mature. So if you are a person who watches the channel that's not signed into YouTube, you may need to sign in, because I may have to put that as a mature stream, depending on how the game comes out. So just forewarning for you, you won't get notified about those videos if you're not logged in. Other than that, don't forget to leave a like on the stream. It was fun hanging out with everyone, as usual. If you're not a subscriber, I hope this is the stream that has earned your subscription. And if you'd like to go above and beyond, you can always leave a super thanks on a video, join me live, and give me a super chat, or consider becoming a member on the channel. As a member of the channel, you get early access to videos I'm working on. Usually that means Dominions. Right now, that also means I have some Sandwalker up, and I should have some other things coming up throughout the week, hopefully. And don't forget, the Discord is open for everyone, but right now you do need to be a channel member if you'd like to talk on it. Mainly, I'm using it as a notification machine. If I remember to @ everyone when I do my notifications. Thank you very much, people who reminded me about that today. All right, hopefully everyone's had an all right week, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Babel and Food for Crows out.